Hi, this is Matt Bernstein with Skillhance.com, and in this lecture, we're going to talk about Blab. Now, this one's a little bit more interesting, and this is a live streaming app that is really quite different from the other two, but in some exciting ways. Blab is essentially a live streaming app that runs through your browser, through also an iOS app. Rather than being used to film people walking down the street or doing workouts, Blab is more about discussion, debates, and presentations. In other words, people tend to be sat down and a little bit closer to using Skype. As with Facebook Live or Periscope, you can still watch content from someone else at any time, but they can still comment on the videos that they're filming or choose to follow through them. What's different though is that you'll notice early on is that the videos tend to take up 1/4 of the screen, or they're split into 4 segments with 4 different people. What's going on here is that it really is like Skype or Google Hangouts, in that you can watch one person presenting, or you can watch 2 or 3 4-way discussion. This creates a whole slew of opportunities and potential ways to market yourself. For instance, it means you can be much more interactive with your audience. Do you want to do an Ask Me Anything? Then why not just invite your audience to take turns asking you questions live on the air that you can answer on camera and that other people can watch. Likewise, you can conduct interviews with people across the globe. Another great benefit of this is that when someone joins the discussion, then they become a host for the content as well. This means that their followers will then also see the footage that's being promoted in their feed, meaning that you can get more eyes on what you're recording. What's also interesting about this is that it makes it possible for you to appear on other people's videos and thereby gain exposure that way. Say you're watching a video that's being recorded by a big blogger like Tim Ferriss. You can ask to go on the hot seat, and if he said yes, you'd be exposed to his entire audience watching at that time, giving an amazing opportunity for you to show how much you know and the kinds of content that you're capable of producing. When you first go on Blab, you'll find that people are very keen to invite you into their discussions, and this can be quite nerve-wracking at first. But in fact, this is also the perfect practice for getting better presenting for yourself, and also better at getting interacting with strangers, and for speaking as an authority on your topic. In other words, this is a fantastic practice for presenting and great way to hone in your skills, and it's very useful if you do it for that purpose. There's also additional benefits of Blab too. If there's one footage that you record here, it's not only saved for 24 hours, but actually indefinitely. This means that people can opt to watch your videos you've made at any point, and that's a great way to get extra exposure. Another advantage of Blab lets videos be sorted by niche and topic. This makes them easier to look through, and it's also very helpful for approving or discovering videos, helping you to find content that you're interested in. But despite all of its benefits, Blab isn't quite up with Periscope or Facebook Live yet. For starters, it's much smaller in terms of user base and actually still in beta at the moment. On top of that, it's designed very much to be used for conversations, and having a small quadrant of the screen doesn't really lend itself to sharing videos that aren't about talking. In other words, this isn't a good option if you want to stream a big concert or a big event. The others, as mentioned, there are a few other platforms. YouTube allows you to stream events, but you need to promote these events for them to show up. Of course, the advantages of YouTube is that you can build some massive audience here. Hopefully you now understand the basics of live streaming, but also why this is going to be so big, where it's heading, and how you can succeed. Essentially, this is a new live version of video marketing, but gives a lot of potential uses and advantages beyond other sorts of marketing. This allows you to interact with your audience in exciting new ways, and in the future, it could allow us to have eyes everywhere all at once. What's the key to success? Well, it's the same key that it's always been. Keep delivering high quality content and be consistent in terms of your regularity and your topic. If you do this, you can gain a following and build trust with that following rapidly. Finally, use these techniques we recommended to improve the production values of your video and gradually build a bigger and bigger audience. Talk about a live streaming channel, build up big events, share your videos on YouTube, and build your Twitter following and widgets to your blog. Do all of this and you'll find yourself quickly rise to prominence on the platform. Best of all, it's the fact that it's very best time to get involved in live video streaming. This is an entirely new marketing platform that is highly likely to change the way we think about streaming content and to make the world an even smaller place. It's only a matter of time before live video streaming impacts the world in a gigantic way and becomes a simple part of everyday life. Make sure that you put the work in now, and you could be a pioneer of this exciting new technology, and make sure you've established an audience ready for when it explodes and takes off. You're alive and ready to take right time of this full advantage of the early days of live video streaming. And guess what? Now you've listened to this course and you're ready for the information, skills, and techniques you made sure to do that. Go forth and start streaming. This is Matt Bernstein with Skillhance.com.